tingin ko baka misdiagnosis lang yan. So, sa akin, hindi pa ako naniniwala nyo kasi baka, ano lang yan eh, dadaan lang yan, siguro ma-overcome na niya yan. Pero medyo worried din ako na baka nga totoo. Eh, totoo nga.
Before, when he was nonverbal, he would bang his head sa floor. It's worth fighting. It's worth all of the stress. Maybe draining at times, pero it's all worth it. Hi, we're the Cosgayon family! Well, for us, kasi we noticed na whenever we call him, he got diagnosed very early, 1 year, 6 months. So we noticed na he was not responding to his name pag kinocall siya. And then, if maraming tao, he'd stay in one corner and cover his ears. And so I asked our pediatrician during that time, and she gave us a checklist of what are the words na nasasabi niya na, and then what is he doing, like he does tiptoe, he flaps his hand. So parang lahat na nasa checklist nagmatch, and then she said na, oh, go to a DevPed na and, you know, have him check.
Oh yeah, of course it's difficult to accept at first. Kasi ako for me, parang normal lang yan kasi bata pa yan eh. Hindi nagsasalita. Tapos ungol lang siya, ungol. Tapos pag parang second year party niya, nagwawala siya. Tapos kahit sa kaibigan, minsan nakakahiya kasi parang nangyari sa anak mo. Kasi nung pag excited siya, yung tatalong-talong siya ganyan, nanginginig siya. So hirap explain kasi may nasabi na sa amin yung DevPed, pero syempre sa amin, well ako, tingin ko baka misdiagnosis lang yan. So, pero syempre, tuloy pa rin yung kung naman sinabi ng DevPed na therapy. Pero sa akin, hindi pa ako naniniwala nyo kasi baka, ano lang yan eh, dadaan lang yan, siguro ma-overcome na yan. Pero medyo worried din ako na baka nga totoo. And totoo nga. And ang mahirap pa nung, syempre, malay ko ba, nung autism, di ba? Nung research mo na wala palang gamot doon, hindi lang pala siya pwedeng, tas yung therapy, kala ko, tipong a few months lang, eh, hindi pala.
Yeah.
Medyo, ang binanggit nga, walang gamot sa autism, and it's a lifelong condition. So, yun na, yun yung tumakbo sa isip namin. Actually, nung sinabi pa lang DevPed, sige, sunod lang tayo. Yeah. Pero nung ngayon, nakikita ko, kahit ako mismo, mga kinakwento ng DevPed, nakikita ko na rin, sabi ko, ito na yun. So, tuloy na natin. So, kung ano man yung resources meron tayo, oras, pera, eh, tuloy na natin to. Kasi, at least, ang sabi nga, ang maganda naman sa DevPed, very hopeful yung sinabi niya. Sabi, walang gamot yan, pero, yung anak mo, pwedeng makatapos ng kolehiyo yan at pwede siyang tumayo sa sarili niya. Yan, started talking around 4 years old.
4 years old.
4 years old. So, again, yung mention na ng DevPed, na unahin niya yan. And actually, I was able, and thankful ako dun sa therapist, especially dun sa speech.
Before, when he was nonverbal, he would bang his head sa floor. We use all cues. Like, kapag gutom siya, he'll just hold our hand and then dadalhin niya kami sa kusina. So, lahat talaga sign language for him. But when he started talking, expressing himself, unti-unti nawala na yung pag-flap ng hands niya, and then eventually, di niya sinasaktan yung sarili niya. I think that one alone, nung nawala yun, malaking bagay yun for us.
I guess it's just that he couldn't play much because of his autism. He also has heart condition, so then he gets tired easily, so I can't really play with him much. It's not all too different, I did hang out with a lot of other kids or friends or cousins, and I didn't really see much of a difference with Bowie. It's just that he doesn't talk much. I'm very talkative. He's the one who's listening. And I'm very glad about that he makes sure that he wants to listen to me. And even if he doesn't reciprocate that through talking, I can feel that he puts his attention on me. So, growing up, it wasn't difficult or anything to accept that my brother has autism. It's kind of more of a blessing as well.
When the doctor said, oh, we have to start this therapy, so there was no center available for him during that time. Luckily, I used to work in a hospital, so the hospital opened their doors to us. He was actually the first pedia under the rehab kasi talagang wala, nakiusap na kami na accommodate him at least for the time being that we're looking for a center. Nahirapan din talaga kami kasi the center is not equipped for pediatric care. And then we would line up to various centers, like minsan pang 100 plus kami. Until we found a center, that was his very first center na talagang mas steady na, mas natutukan na siya. And eventually, we took over that center. Kasi yung owners originally wanted to close down the center. Pag nangyari kasi yon, nadi-display siya. And the other kids. And since acquainted na yung anak namin doon, lakas loob, we asked the original owners, oh, can we like take over your center? So I took an early retirement and then we took over the center. Then after some time, I was able to go back to the corporate world. Then he has also his day job. So that we kept running the center. And up until now, we still run that center. Kaya rin sobrang pasalamat namin kasi nabigay sa amin yung opportunity na yon. Otherwise, siguro, hindi niya ma-achieve yung progress that he has now kung hindi kami nabigyan ng mga ganong opportunity. But yes, there was a struggle, a lot. Financially din, malaki yung kinain niya sa amin.
Yeah, well, it's expensive, siyempre. It's not in your budget. Tapos also yung time. Actually, I remember parang kailangan 3 times a week yung therapy. We can only afford
Once or max
at least on
twice.
Saturday, once, twice.
Well, those therapy sessions naman po, it helped me a lot po. Like whenever I'm studying in school po, these therapy sessions help me overcome it. And aside from those therapy sessions, I also had a psychiatrist that helped me like how am I supposed to improve my grades and my feeling subjects, mga ganun po.
Pupunta kami sa other parents' house,
Playdate.
makipaglaro. Siyempre napapansin namin na minsan hindi siya yung
focus.
Hindi siya nilalaro. Baga minsan naiwan siya. Tapos,
and he's aware already. Like, after some time, he would ask us if he can, not go anymore. Kasi, ayun, he felt na hindi naman kasi, for him, it's not, hindi siya friend. Kasi pag friend nga naman, he would be included. But, yeah, we're thankful to those, to those people na they try to really reach out and include our son. But yes, so sa school, again, he's the gentle giant. Yun yung tawag sa kanya. Kasi nga, although he's big, they know na harmless siya. Tahimik lang siya all throughout. Sana mas maraming center yung maitayo for the LGU. Kasi napaka-konti pa lang talaga. Yung SPED, sana mas mapalakas pa. Kasi ang dami na nila, hindi lang 1-2 bata per LGU. Parang mas marami na sila now, more than ever. And then, of course, we're expecting na hindi siya mura eh. If they can accommodate the cost, or at least an insurance for them, I think yun yung malaking tulong yun. Especially for struggling families. Like, yun yung nagiging experience namin with other parents. Minsan, once lang madadala, or kapag may budget lang. hindi siya talaga madali. And it will feel that there's no end in sight. But it will get better. Yun yun. Hindi naman tayo stuck eh. Siguro if we see it in a smaller scale. It's worth fighting. It's worth all of the stress. Maybe draining at times, pero it's all worth it.
Be ready lang. Talagang mahirap yan. Hindi ko sugarcoat. Mahirap talaga yan. And baka rin yun. Be ready rin hanggang pagtanda mo. Kailangan malagaan yan. So, the best that you can do, kung ano man yung merong available na therapy dyan, i-ano nyo lang kasi baka, yung pag-asa na baka, pag ginawa ko tong therapy na to, na baka pagtanda niya, yan, makatayo na siya sa sarili niya, makapagtrabaho siya, makapag-asawa siya, makapag-pamilya siya.
Well, I just want to say thank you for all of your effort and thank you for everything that you did for me, and that means a lot. Love you.
Thank you very much.
May classmate kasi siyang nagsenyas na gano'n. So, parang, yun, I think done. I witnessed it eh. So, even if hand sign lang siya or parang symbol, parang for us, masakit yun.
Well, ako may narinig ako, pero hindi sa akin kasi. Parang sabi
Actually, the word retarded.
Oh, tsaka mongoloid. Yung mongoloid.
Marami kasing insensitive, whether it's intentional or not.
Tsaka minsan ginagamit nila ang autism pag malabo kang kausap.
Parang no. Autism is very broad. Kaya nga siya tinatawag na spectrum. And you're not supposed to use that word to degrade someone. Munti kaming ma-deplane sa isang flight. It's a local flight. So si Pawi kasi, every time he loves to ride airplanes talaga.
Gusto niya sa tube.
Pero gusto niya sa tube, dadaan siya sa tube. Pawi works in patterns. So kapag nasanay siya, nasa tube siya, dumadaan, bago siya sumasakay sa eroplano, yun pa rin yung expect niya. And it so happened that it's a local flight. So dumaan kami sa tarmac. Ayaw niyang sumakay. So wala siya sa gitna ng tarmac. Tapos dumating sa point na nakita na namin yung maleta namin binababa. And then everyone was staring at us. And then sinasabi nila na iwanan na kami. Yun, nakakahiya kasi pinagtinginan kami ng mga tao. And then, aside from that, si Pawi kasi, when he crosses the road, gusto niya lahat ng white na lines maapakan niya. Nung bata siya,
ngayon hindi na.
Ngayon hindi na. So, may na-miss out kami sa Shibuya. So, lahat sila papunta doon, kami, bumalik kami. Kami lang yung talagang pabalik. Kasi kailangan namin apakan yung na-miss out niya na line.
Siguro ako ulit sa aeroplano, inaway mo yung flight stewardess.
Oo, inaway ko yung flight attendant. Pero yung may time kasi na si Pawi lahat ng nasa-showcase sa mall na kotse, gusto niya yun. Gusto niya i-amoy ng bagong kotse. So nagwawala siya and then may nag-comment lang, nadadaanan lang naman namin siya, hindi naman siya talaga naabala. Parang sabi, ba yan, klaseng bata yan, mga ganon. So binalikan ko kasi siya, kasi tinanong ko kung naabala ka ba, kasi mukhang hindi ka naman naabala. Mga tipong ganon, kailangan mo lang silang balikan kasi parang minsan hindi ka mo kasama sa issue, kiki-issue ka. Siguro dalawa. Yung una is makita ko, sana may power ako makita kung ano na siya bukas at sa darating pang taon. Kasi yun eh, yung fear of the unknown. And then, immortality. Gusto ko eh. Kasi lagi niyang sinasabi na dapat daw mabuhay ako until 117 kasi sabay daw kami pupunta sa heaven. So, yun. So, kung umabot akong 117, yun na lang yun. Okay na yun. Basta healthy ako. Basta maalagaan ko siya.
Well, sana gusto ko magkaroon akong super teacher power. Paano turuan siya? Lalo sa social skills. Kasi gusto ko paglaki niya independent siya eh. Gusto ko mahal na, siyempre gusto ko mahal pa rin niya kami. Pero ayoko yung umaasa sa amin eh. Na tipong, diba? Dapat kahit wala na kami, kaya niyang tumayo sa sarili niya.
wala kami babaguhin. Kasi gusto namin to. I mean, I think hindi kami magiging ganitong kasipag, actually siya yung bumago sa amin eh. Ganitong kapasensyoso sa tao or ganitong ka-open kung hindi kami naging awesome parent.
Ako, pwedeng hindi, pwedeng oo. Kasi totoo naman, nagbago paningin ko dahil nga kay Pao. Siyempre, mas naiintindihan mo yung taong may kapansanan. Pero siyempre, if I'll be honest, baka gusto ko rin normal siya. So, hindi ko masagot ng diretso yan. Kasi, pag 40 na siya, paano na? Ano na ba siya? Hindi ko alam eh. Pero kung normal siya, at least kahit pa paano, kampante ako. So, hindi ko masagot eh. Pero agree ako sa misis ko. Dahil sa kanya, nag-iiba talaga. Hindi ko alam ang plano ng Diyos. Pero, nandun pa rin, gusto ko normal pa rin siya.
Awesome Stories is supported by Milo Speech Buddy. Download now and get your free trial for the month of April.